Hello, eager learners. So today is a new day, and we have a new topic. I'm Zania Rouf from Kurt Verboen. We are on our lesson 12, and we have 14 lessons. If you have watched our introductory video, as I promised, I have 2 more videos for you. Hopefully they're there by now. Today's topic is tag questions, or some people call it question tags. It doesn't really matter. Tag questions is our topic. Are you ready to start? Well, let's go. Why do we have tag questions in the English language? Why? Why do we need them? And what are they? Which will be explained there. They turn a statement. They help turn a statement into a question. So you have a statement, a sentence that's not a question, and you turn it into a question by using tag questions. And the second thing they help with is they help check a piece of information we think we already know. So these two pieces of information are what the tag questions are all about. Okay. General comments on them. They require an auxiliary verb. It's either have, which means have, has, and had, or be, right? Be is, are, was, were, and we also have do, does, and did, okay? So all the auxiliary verbs and the helping verbs. And they also require a pronoun, okay? 2 things. We'll talk about them in detail later. If the statement is positive, the question tag is negative, and vice versa, and the opposite, right? If it is negative, then the tag question would be in a positive statement, okay? So negative tag questions are usually contracted, which means if you have it is not, it's going to become it isn't, right? It isn't. It's a contracted form, right? It doesn't, it does not, it doesn't. It have not, it has not, it hasn't, right? They have not, they haven't, right? You contract it. We require a comma between the statement and the tag question. So general comments, okay? We have 5 steps of creating tag questions, okay? 5 steps. And if we follow these carefully, we should have no problems in creating the question tag, okay? The first step is, after you have a statement, you have a sentence, you put a comma after the statement, okay? So you change the period, right, to a comma. Okay, that's not a comma, that's a comma, okay? So first thing, you put a comma in the end of the statement, okay? Then you use the auxiliary verb of the statement, okay? The statement should have an auxiliary verb. If it has it, you use that, you add that to your tag question. If it doesn't have it, you borrow one, okay? We'll talk about how you do it if there is no one, okay? Then make the tag question positive if the statement is negative, or make the tag question negative if the statement is positive, okay? How do you make it negative? You add not to it, okay? Not. Repeat the subject of the statement in pronoun form. So the statement you have, you're creating the tag question for, should already have a subject. You repeat that subject, but you change it to a pronoun form. So if it's a girl, you change it to she. If it's a boy, you change it to he. If it's something, you change it to it, alright? If it is some plural noun, you change it to they or we, or you, depending on the situation. And then you add a question mark at the end of the tag question. 5 steps, right? Add a comma, first step. Go on and add a question mark at the end, okay? So let's go on, and I'll go through all the tenses of the English language. All the tenses, okay? Starting from present simple and going on with all of them. I may not solve everything, but I'll try to solve as much as I can, okay? So we have 2 types of present simple, as you should already know. They're either created by the main verb be, is, and are, or sometimes the main verb is a verb, okay? A real verb. Well, yeah, okay, a real verb. So depending on the situation, sometimes you have is, and are as the main verb, sometimes you have a verb in the English language as your main verb, okay? So positive statements go here, negative go here, and if that is the case, why do I have a not here? I should not have it. Okay, so positive sentences here, and negative sentences here. I'll try to create tag questions for them. The first one, okay, she is Canadian. Okay, she is Canadian. First of all, my first step, I change my period to a comma. Okay, so I have a comma. Then I add the auxiliary verb up of the sentence. So my auxiliary verb is, right? Right, is. Then if the sentence is positive, I change it to negative. If it's negative, to positive. This sentence is positive, right? There's no not in it, there's no never in it, right? So it's positive, correct? So I have to add not here. Then I have to add the subject of the sentence in pronoun form. It's already in pronoun form. It's she, right? So it's a pronoun. So she. Then I have finally I have to add a question mark, right? So no problem. She is Canadian, isn't she, or is not she? It's better to be. Sometimes it's actually better to be in a contracted form, which means like this. Okay, it's better. Isn't she? One T is extra. So isn't she? What about this one? They are here. I change this to a comma. Then I use my auxiliary verb, right? Are. Then because it's positive, this sentence, I have to add a not here. Then my subject here is they. Then my question mark. Very easy, right? Very, very easy. What about here? This one is a little bit hard. So the car looks nice, right? Comma. I don't have an auxiliary verb. I don't have an auxiliary verb. I don't have is, are, will, does, do, did, have, has, had, nothing, right? So I have to find one because it's present simple and it is for something singular. I have the s here, right? So it's does, okay? It is does. If it was plural, it should be do, okay? If it is plural. So I have does here, right? The sentence is positive, so I have to have a negative here, not, and the car, right? But I can't say the car. The car is my subject, but I can't add the car. I have to change it to a pronoun, and the car is it, right? So doesn't it? The car looks nice, doesn't it? What about this one? Change to comma. They don't nigh me, right? They don't nigh me. So I have to use my auxiliary verb, and luckily I have it do. Because it's negative, I don't have to add it here, so it's already fine, right? Then I have to add my subject here, right? And my question mark, correct? So they don't nigh me, do they? Right? Do they? Going on with more examples. Present continuous this time, okay? I have a positive statement here and a negative statement here. I'll do them both. So you change this to comma. The girl is working hard, right? The girl is working hard. So my auxiliary verb here is, right? Is. Then because this is positive, I have to make it negative, is not. Then the girl is my subject, but I can't use it. I have to change it to the pronoun. So I use she because it's a girl, then my question mark. The girl's working hard, isn't she? Right? Isn't she? It's better to be in the contracted form, okay? So isn't she, okay? The cats are not meowing. Okay, the cats are not meowing. Oops. First of all, change this to a comma. Then your auxiliary verb is are because this is negative. I don't have to add anything. And then my subject is the cats, right? So it is they, right? Then question mark. The cats are not meowing, are they? Right? Are they? So pretty clear and pretty easy, I hope. Smoothly going on. I have past simple here, okay? Past simple. I'll only do 2 examples. Positive statements here and negatives down here. Well, a little bit messy. She was happy, right? Comma. Was is my helping verb here, so I use was. Because this is positive, this should be negative, right? So I add not to it. Then I have she, right? Then I have my question mark, right? For those of you who are watching from here, possibly, sometimes happens. I'm following these 5 steps. I put a comma here, use the auxiliary verb, change negative to positive, positive to negative. I add the subject, and then I add a question mark. Nothing else, okay? The building looked fantastic, right? The building looked fantastic. First step, I changed it to a comma, right? So because this is past simple and I don't have any auxiliary verb, so because it's past, I add did. So, and because this is positive, I add not, right? And the building is my subject, so my pronoun is it, right? The building is something, it's it, right? So the building looked fantastic, didn't it? Okay, let me just do this one to change this to a comma. We have where, right? Because this is negative, this is going to be positive, and we have they, right? So no problems there, right? They were not there, were they? Okay, were they? Next slide. Past continuous, right? It's the same thing. What should I do here? Help me. Change the period to an M, no, to a comma, and then your helping verb was, it's a be verb, because this is positive, this is going to be negative, and the girl is a she, and my question mark. The girl was working hard, wasn't she? The cats were not meowing. Where, right? Because it's negative, it's going to be positive. Were they? Because the cats are plural, right? Were they? And we go on like this to present perfect and present perfect continuous. I'll do 2 examples here as well. Let me do this one. It's a little bit trickier, I suppose. I don't hope. She has been working hard, right? So my helping verb is has. Because it's positive, it's going to be negative, and my subject is she. So she has been working hard, hasn't she? Lara has not been studying at all, right? Oops. Why does it keep happening? Okay, Lara has not been studying at all. Has is my helping verb. Because it's negative, it's going to be positive. Has Lara. Lara is a girl. So has she? Has she, right? Has she? Okay, good. So let's go on to past perfect and past perfect past perfect and past perfect continuous. Okay, that's English. Let me do 2 examples here as well. Do these 2 yourself. Okay. They had talked with you. They had talked with you. My helping verb is had. My auxiliary verb had, because it's positive. I need a negative here, so a not. Hadn't they, right? Pretty easy, question mark. What about this one? My car had not been helpful. So my helping verb is had, and because it's negative here, it's going to be positive here. So had it, right? Had it. So because the car is something, right? It's a third person. Nice. So future simple and future continuous. You will come with me, right? My helping verb is will, because it's positive here. This is going to be negative, and you, right, is my my subject. But as I said, you should contract it, so it's going to be contracted, and will not becomes want, right? Want you. So the door will not be open, comma, will, right? My helping verb. This is my real verb, open. Or this is my real verb actually, be. So the door will, because this is negative, this is going to be positive. So will the door, will it, right? Will it, because the door is the third person again. All right. Future perfect and future perfect continuous, right? These are my positive statements, and these are my negative. Now they're working finally. Let me do this too, okay? She will have been wasting time, right? She will have been wasting time, right? Will is my helping verb, will. because this is positive, which is going to be negative, so it's going to be want, right? Want. Then my verb is she. My subject, I'm sorry. My subject is she. Won't she, right? Soma will not have been waiting. Will not have been waiting, right? Comma, change. Will, my helping verb. Not is here, so I don't need it here. Will she, right? Will she, because Soma is a girl. Great. Modals. We also have the modal verbs in the English language. They're either present or future depending on the statement, but I don't need to worry about that. All we need to worry about is that they will be used in our tag question as well. So I have to change this to a comma. You can do it. So my helping verb is always the modal verb, okay, can. Then I have my not, because this is positive, and I have my subject. Okay, great. How about this one? Kate must know the truth. So must is my modal verb, so I just use it because this is positive. This is gonna be negative, right? And Kate is a girl, so it's she. So mustn't she? So mustn't she? What about the negative ones? The driver cannot come, right? So my auxiliary is can, and because this is negative, this is going to be positive. Can the driver, can he or she, right? It depends on the driver. We don't know about the driver, so we're going to say she, okay? Okay, can she? Or we do this trick, we say can this slash, so either she or he, you can use both. We must not open the door. Must, right? Must, because this is negative, this is going to be positive, so must we, right? Alright, so this is my last slide for today, or the one before the last. Last note is that if we have I am in the statement as main verb, then we use aren't I in the tag question. So we don't use, so I am 9 years old. Okay, aren't I is a correct form. If you did it, you might say, hey, my helping verb is then I add not, right? Then I say I, correct? That's what you might say, like this. But this is wrong, okay? This is wrong. Don't use it, okay? We use aren't I. We use are with I. It's a little bit tricky, but it's a part of the language, so you should know it. I'm clever. So because it's I am, so I'm gonna say aren't I, right? So comma is the same, the question mark is the same, the I is the same, but we only changing the R, the to R, okay? The tag question always, and this is important too, the tag question always refers back to the statement before it, okay? So look at this example. So my example says, they all helped us, right? They all helped us, and Miss Shonem was nice, okay? They all helped us, and Miss Shonem was nice. If I have a tag question here, which sentence do I use? This one or this one? I should use this one for sure, okay? I should use this one because it's a statement right before it. So I'm gonna say, and Miss Shonem was nice. So was is my helping verb, because this is positive, this is gonna be negative, and Shonem is a girl, and my question, right? So wasn't she? I cannot say didn't they? It's gonna be wrong because it should refer back to my last sentence right before it, okay? And you should remember these two notes because they are kind of important, okay? So thanks for watching. I'm glad if I have been of any help to you. Thank you for registering to our website. I hope you understood what I talked about, and I hope you will not be shy. If you have any questions, you can always contact me via this email. Oh, what happened? Okay, so ali@gmail.com. I hope I'm not writing somebody else's email. This is my email, yes. So ayub.ali@gmail.com. Email me if you needed any help. I will be very happy to help you. And again, thank you for listening, and keep practicing and working on your lessons. Bye bye.